The world of One Piece will undergo a drastic shift in power towards the end of the series, and new forces are likelier to show up and take control of the era. With several pirates in the worst generation and the Yonko striving for greatness, all in a time where the Revolutionary Army openly challenges the government, it makes sense to put more than just 10 characters in the list of the strongest end of series One Piece characters. Roronoa Zoro. Luffy's right-hand man and the combatant of the Straw Hat Pirates, Zoro aims to become the strongest swordsman in the world by surpassing Dracula Mihawk. After the time skip, Zoro had gotten very powerful and the true extent of his abilities isn't known just yet. Like Sanji, he'll get even stronger at Wano Country, and by the end of the series, he'll also be comparable to an admiral. Zoro will likely be one of the most important characters in the One Piece world come the end of the series, and we can't wait to see him attain the title of the world's strongest swordsman. Sabo. The Chief of Staff of the Revolutionary Army and Dragon's very own right-hand man, Sabo is already one of the strongest characters in the One Piece series. He's powerful enough to clash evenly against an admiral, and he still has a lot of room to grow. With the powers of the Mera Mera no Mi and a high-level armament Haki, stopping Sabo in combat is nearly impossible. Near the end of the series, we'd like to see Sabo close to the level of Luffy and maybe even surpass Dragon at some point. Akainu. Akainu is the current fleet admiral of the Navy and easily one of the strongest characters in the series right now. Unlike most others on this list, Akainu is already at his peak, having become the fleet admiral sometime during the time skip. He'll likely stand in Luffy's way once again during the time of the final war, and there, we'll find out how strong he truly is. Nonetheless, at the end of the series, Akainu will definitely be among the strongest in the series. Garp. Garp is a vice admiral of the Navy who is renowned as the hero of the Marines. Despite his age, Garp appears to be quite powerful still, and since the end of the series isn't too far away, he'll likely maintain his level of strength. Being among the strongest One Piece characters ever, it is easy to see why Garp makes the list. His monstrous physical ability, combined with his tremendous mastery of Haki, makes him a force to be reckoned with. Trafalgar Law. Also known as the Surgeon of Death, Law is one of the most influential characters in the entire world of One Piece. He's the one who triggered the war against Kaido, although his motives were entirely different while doing it. Nonetheless, Law will be a key player in taking down Kaido, and at the same time, he'll make great name for himself. Come the end of the series, we can see Trafalgar Law as one of the Yonko, which would automatically make him one of the strongest known pirates on the seas. Eustace Kid. Kid is one of the members of the worst generation, just like Luffy and Law, and his aim is to become the Pirate King as well. Like Luffy, he's crushed those who have dared to stand in his path. At Wano Country, Kid wants to take down Kaido and attain great fame by doing so. It is highly likely that Kid will take him down, but even if he doesn't, he'll still be one of the most fearsome pirates by the end of the series. We see him become a Yonko, just like Trafalgar Law at the end. Shanks. Shanks is the captain of the Red Hair Pirates, one of the current Yonko crews in One Piece. Although he's among the targets for the worst generation, it is highly unlikely for someone like Shanks to fall by the end of the series. If alive, it goes without saying that he will be among the strongest to sail the seas. What's more, Luffy will only fulfill his promise to Shanks after achieving all his goals, which means Shanks will still have to be a pirate around the same level as Luffy himself. Monkey D. Dragon. Dragon is the leader of the Revolutionary Army and the man known as World's Worst Criminal. His strength is phenomenal, and it is likely comparable to the Yonko themselves. The fact that his number 2, Sabo, could fight against an admiral evenly just shows how strong Dragon will be himself. Although whether Dragon will be alive at the end or not is debatable, we certainly do think that if he is, it is inevitable for him to be among the strongest ever. One Piece fans would love to see him get involved in the war against the world government. Blackbeard. Marshall D. Teach, also known as Blackbeard, is one of the 4 Emperors of the Sea in One Piece who already wields magnificent power. He is a user of 2 different devil fruits, the strongest Paramecia and the strongest Logia. It is unknown if Blackbeard can eat more devil fruits, but that possibility is undeniably there. Teach is strong, and will grow even stronger as we move towards the endgame of One Piece. During his clash against Luffy, we'll likely see him unleash his true power and show the world that he's worthy of being called the strongest. Monkey D. Luffy. The protagonist of the series, Monkey D. Luffy, will undeniably end up as the Pirate King by the end of the series, and in doing so, he'll be the man who conquered all the seas. For Luffy to be able to do that, becoming the strongest of all time is just as important. With lots of room to grow still, we're sure that Luffy will become very powerful and possibly even surpass the likes of Gold D. Roger and Whitebeard in the process. Although that day is far away, every One Piece fan is waiting for it in anticipation.